Hi guys, Emma again. Thanks for tuning in. So I made a road trip today up to Hare and Forbes in Cooper's Plains in Brisbane. It was probably a bit overdue. I had some money saved up and I knew what I wanted, so I called in and picked it up. More about that later. But thought you might like a look around the showroom. Belt finishes there. Lots of things that'd be nice. Little toy milling machine. A couple of bigger ones. Some mill drills. A little radial arm. Fairly lightweight little milling machine. And a big one. That's a nice little milling machine. It's fairly solid. That's a HM48 and HM47. I think one's got power feed. They're bigger, those two in the background there. This one looks like a nice machine, but you need pretty solid floors to sit it on. As you can see, it's a pretty extensive shed here. Don't reckon this is probably their entire product range, but it's a lot of good stuff here. This is the sheet metal working tools. A big set of rollers there. And a set of sheet metal rolls. Some presses. And some CNC gear here. Little CNC lathe. And a plasma cutter. So really never had a close look at one of these machines with angled bed. The tool head there. And back through the hand tool, the sheet metal work tools, and the presses and pipe benders and bench shears. English wheel there. Quite a range of bench shears. I'd love a set of them. Some little presses. Other side, the rollers over there. This little lathe impressed me a little bit. It's a combined machining centre with a decent looking milling attachment. It's, I guess, about 7 inches centres and a nice cabinet on it. I didn't ask how much. I might look it up on the website soon. So back into the small tool part of the showroom. They have got oxygen in stock for my welding torch. I should buy a bottle of that. Some parts washers, mechanics tools. I was fairly impressed by this little benchtop bandsaw. Probably it's a lot of money for something like that, but it'd be better than a drop saw. Won't bore you too much, but I stopped and watched the trains being shunted here at the bridge. These are standard gauge trains. They come through from Sydney. A container train. Don't see a lot of them in Queensland. As you can look over there, most of our track's narrow gauge, which is 3'6", and this is 4'8.5". So interesting to watch. Strikes me how much different they are than American trains. We've got no bell, and everything just looks that little bit different. So here we are back at home, and this is what I've got. It's a little quick change tool post. Some of you have probably already seen it on Facebook, etc, etc. It needs a bit of work, and I was a bit concerned that this would be a bit thick here and we might not have got the centre height on the lathe, but when we have a look at it, it looks pretty good. There's plenty of room, so for this tool anyway, and this is the one I was concerned about, and it should be good for boring bars, etc as well. So pleased about that. It's got a spline which fits on this spline here. If we take this apart, this goes on the tool post. I'll have to make a bush for that. And apparently my friend Bruce Whitlam, check out his channel. He's a pretty good mate to have. He's in Western Australia. He says that it needs a dowel pin here to stop it turning, so we'll have to have a bit of a look at that too. And this needs to be bored out to fit on the post, which clamps that down. So that looks like a pretty good thing. It's nicely made. It comes with 4 tool holders. They're all exactly the same. Not something that'd be particularly easy to make, but they are available separate. And that's what we got. So if we have a look over here, this post here is 12mm and this bore is 20, so this probably needs a bush in it. And this fits down over that thread, but it doesn't fit down over there. It really needs to bolt down on top of there. So that's the best way probably, is to set this up and bore it out too. So that's a job for tonight or tomorrow. And if we make up a bush, probably the easy way, I'm thinking, to line this up is to make a plate that fits in there and this can sit on, and then we can mark these through these holes that go right through. And we can use that to drill this for a dowel pin. So we'll look at that when we're going. But that's what I bought today, guys, and thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the interest, and yeah, more soon.